Now, I haven't gotten a chance to talk about the Baltimore Ravens with a lot of Mets stuff going on, a bunch of other jersey videos on this page. So I want to talk about them for a little bit. And if you're new here, yes, the Baltimore Ravens are my favorite NFL team. I've been watching since I was younger. When I got the game NFL Street when I was a kid, I picked the Ravens as a team. I love the color scheme. I was like 5 years old at the time. That's how I became a fan, long story short. Really, man, it's been a very, very good season so far. The first 2 weeks, I will say, was a little bit stressful. That toenail one against the Chiefs in the opener. Then, of course, that Raiders game was just looking really bad. But with some wins against the Cowboys, the domination against the Bills on Sunday Night Football, the win, game of the year against the Bengals, by the way, winning against the Commanders, are very red-hot Commanders, and the Buccaneers, too, on Monday Night Football, this team is looking really, really good. Now, granted, there's a couple things I'm a little bit worried about, especially on the defensive side, too, and also in the wide receiver game, is sometimes I don't know which wide receiver I'm going to trust, but Rashad Bateman has been looking really nicely as of late. And I gotta say, another good season for Lamar Jackson thus far. 15 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, which is pretty impressive, and 800 passing yards. That's top 5, which, by the way, I thought he couldn't pass. That's what some people were saying. And also, you got to factor in his running game as well, too. He's in the running for an MVP, potentially maybe winning his third MVP. I know it's way too early to think about, but he's definitely in the conversation. And he's finally connecting with those receivers, and definitely has the nice connection with Mark Andrews returning, especially against the Buccaneers. And I just want to talk about the acquisition of Derrick Henry. I mean, $9 million for this guy. At 30, 873 yards. This guy's just looking great. He fits so well with the Ravens. This is literally a perfect Baltimore Raven. Seriously, he's making the offense a whole lot better. Already a great rushing attack to begin with. They're on pace to break their own rushing record they had a few seasons ago. But really looking out with the division now, they're 5-2. They're tied with the Steelers for first place in the AFC North. And I think it is definitely a tie race between those two, because the Steelers, I know on paper they shouldn't be that good, but for some reason they do, especially with Mike Tomlin. And the Bengals, we don't know if they're going to pick it up or not. And the Browns are just going to Browns here. I definitely think the Ravens are going to win this division. We'll see how the rest of the season plays out. But so far, this Ravens team is looking pretty good. And don't worry, on this page, I'll be doing a lot more Ravens videos now as the season progresses.